Welcome to you here on Let's Talk Entertainment. Of course, this is the weekend edition of Let's Talk Entertainment with me, Becky, here on Joy News on Multi TV. I will be bringing to you all the exciting stories and the exclusive stories that you've missed over the week. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Thanks for staying tuned on the weekend edition of Let's Talk Entertainment with me, Becky, here on Joy News on Multi TV. To start with, we have Rex Omarh. Rex Omarh has been talking to us over the week about his comeback to the music industry after 10 years. And he also has some advice for the up-and-coming musicians.
Okay, so this afternoon we have Rex Omarh with us, and we are going to have just a little chat because we haven't heard from him in a while. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How have you been?
I'm cool, by His grace.
Okay, now Rex, we haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to?
Actually, I was behind the scenes helping to structure the music industry. At the same time, I was writing songs and then taking care of business.
Okay, so would you say that maybe you have been off the music scene for a while now?
Yeah, I think so. I've been off the scene for quite, I would say, active participation in the music industry for, this is the 11th year, I think, yes.
It's been long, but so far, sitting back and looking at the industry, what do you think has gone right? What hasn't gone right? And how have you seen what is basically going on in the industry?
I think that now is better than before because there seem to be some kind of good structures in place that gives hope for the future generation. And then also I think that the current generation of musicians, some of them are doing a very good work, hard work, but I think that together, so far so good.
Okay. So yourself, now, should we say you're back to music full time?
Yes, I can say so because I've reorganized my band, and it's the same band that recorded this new album. It's an album of 15 tracks. With my management, we intend to release 5 to 6 singles before the album comes out, and then we are looking at international touring and all that. So I would say yes, I'm fully back.
Okay, but looking at our industry currently and the time when you started doing music and all of that, do you see any changes? And then if there are any changes, what do you think can be done to improve on it?
I think that yes, there's been some change both in the business side of it and also in the artistic side of it. But I wouldn't say that it is worse. It's better in terms of the business side. In terms of artistic side, it can be better. But I'm not here to put a blame on anybody because the up-and-coming musicians, some of them are really doing their best. You know, it's a matter of a system where there needs to be a supportive mechanism to help people to do the best that they can. You know, so so far I think that it can be better, but it's not bad.
Now we also hear, I think you have a new track out. Can we talk a little bit about it? What inspired that song? I think it's called Papa.
Yes. Papa is a song that was inspired by God himself, because it's kind of two-edged sword. It's talking about honoring fathers who are responsible and have been taking care of their children, and also advising some of the irresponsible fathers to take care of their children. And then secondly, it's also advising the whole general populace, the whole country, that we, the current Ghanaian citizens, are the fathers of the future Ghanaian citizens. So we should behave responsibly, not to dissipate all our natural resources and do things in an haphazard manner, so as to be able to leave a better Ghana for the future generations.
Okay. So should I say that this is one song out of the album?
This is one song out of the 15-track album. So we have a long way to go, and we're going to have a lot of fun, I can assure you.
Okay. So is there any advice you'd like to give to our youth upcoming musicians and those who also look up to you?
Yes, I will say that they should be patient in everything, and then they should work hard. There is no shortcut in anything. I know that a lot of the youth want to be rich overnight, but they should understand that money isn't everything. Good name is better than riches. There are so many people who are very, very rich, but they're not happy. You know, money isn't everything. So they should be patient, they should learn hard, they should be persistent, persevere, and then at the end of the day, what God has in store for them will come true.
Well, after dating for 2 solid years, Big Brother Africa housemates Elikem Kumoji and Zimbabwean Pokello Ne have tied the knot. Well, the two, according to reports, had their traditional wedding over the weekend in Pokello's home country, Zimbabwe. Elikem and Pokello's relationship has been topsy-turvy after they met and fell in love in season 8 of Big Brother Africa, The Chase reality show in 2013. Well, the Ghanaian, who is an actor and a fashion designer, on a number of occasions had been accused of cheating. The relationship was nearly marred by allegations that Elikem had an affair with the then wife of former Black Star player Neodate Lamte, an allegation he vehemently denied. Well, Elikem, in spite of his turbulent past, surprised many when he proposed to Pokello at the 2014 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. And guess what? Pokello said yes. Pokello, mother of one, dropped a hint of the traditional marriage on Instagram with the post, and I quote, "And the two shall become one," accompanied by their photograph. The traditional wedding was attended by friends and family of the couple. The two are tight-lipped when they will hold their white wedding. But of course, we here at Let's Talk Entertainment will bring to you up to speed of any information we have on Pokello and Elikem's white wedding. So just keep watching this space. Comedian Bob Okala also has come out to say that he has no competitor when it comes to stand-up comedy. Award-winning comedian Samuel Kojo-Boabeng, popularly called Bob Okala, says he has no match when it comes to stand-up comedy in Ghana. Bob Okala admits that though there are a number of comedians here in the country, none surpasses his prowess. The popular comedian first explained that there are jokers in the country like Santo of blessed memory and Judas who make people laugh in movies conversation but cannot excite a live audience. audience, something only talented people like him can do. His prowess notwithstanding, Bob Okala, in an interview on Entertainment This Week with Miss G, said that his contribution to Ghana's stand-up comedy began in an era where the industry was not lucrative. He recalled how the loss of Unilever, the main sponsors of the regular comedy series Key Soap Concerts Party, caused the demise of live concerts, adding he would have been a multimillionaire by now if he started comedy in contemporary times. As if he could challenge the likes of Funny Face and DKB, who are known as the hottest comedians in Ghana at the moment, the award-winning comedian says he is still the best comedian despite his weakness in the English language.
This time, Chronona Banini who say Moba. Hey, Messia, yes, me. Okalo, Shimanakwa. Omuye fast time, Charlie. Hey, Opo, we are shame. Santo, we are shame. Now we are Chukuman Chaka. And yes, I never.
This one is for the arts lovers out there. There was an exhibition at the National Science Museum by the final year students of the KNUST Arts Department.
They know my story. From old dogs to you, I be hustle to walk. From old dogs to you, we been hustle to walk. My people dead, my people suffer. Them they pray for blessing. My people dead, them they pray for blessing, for better living. Kilo dale, aye ole to yo, aye oni double, adura lo le show, call on daddy, adura go, tishu any badele,
Yes, what is happening here is the end of year exhibition for KNUST students, 2015 grad ones. And every year at the end of the year, since for more than 10 years now, through the activities initiative of Dr. Caricature and some of our colleagues, we've been having this show. And the theme for this show is the gown must go to town. And I think Dr. Caricature will say something about the theme, and my colleagues, Bujawa and Castro, will also shed light on that.
What I'd like to say is that for a very long time we have been detached from the art world, painting on canvas and hanging in our rooms, playing with clay and statues and busts, which have been done with medieval times, concentrated on colonial education, and we've not paid attention to Kwame Nkrumah's speech in 1963, in which we talked about us forgetting about negritude, talking about our skin color and so on, but rather looking to our environment and develop in our education to what we get and find. So what we're saying is that you can create art from anything in your environment. You don't necessarily have to go and buy oils from Europe, watercolor from Europe. People have painted with colors, earth colors and so on in Africa. People have done very wonderful artwork from our environment and materials. All we're saying is that art must be made from things within your environment, and art is part of the integral society. Art is nothing romantic that you hang on the wall. It is not elitist, and so let us come back to ourselves and make sure that art is for the masses and for the proletariat in society.
The title of my work is Fantasy Town. Fantasy Town is a work created by Opoku Emmanuel to invite audience to be in a space to experience what someone tries to talk about in the aspect of possibility, the kind of possibility that goes beyond nature, that what we think possibility is it where one thing should be, or is it where one person could do with something that he thinks that all that he gets is what he could use. But in a way, I try to make the art explain itself in a metaphysical way.
feeling good tonight. This thing got me thanking God for life. Oh, I can't explain.
So my artwork Basically, okay, let me talk about the process first. So initially, what I do is I spontaneously place dots on my artwork, on my material, and then I join them without any specific calculations to form an endless variety of arrangements and complexity. And then these complex shapes that are formed, I carefully shade them with my black ink from my marker. And I'm relating this concept to very minute decisions or very little decisions that we make and how they trigger or how they result in enormous or complex issues. Okay, so let's say a historical event like the Holocaust, they're not just okay out of the blue. Like due to things that occurred or things that piled up, little things that happened. Okay, based by like Adolf Hitler, thing that he did and how it triggered enormous issues. So my work is looking at these kind of things, but my work involves a lot of labor, involves a lot of efforts, and I'm looking at the Industrial Revolution before and after, where now labor was made formal and well established and practical, and I'm just trying to experience what people might have gone through, the monotonous and repetitious task that they involve themselves with, doing one thing over and over and over, using the number of hours, number of days, weeks, and yeah, and I'm trying to assess and experience that in my work. So.
Some folks in Nima also held a week-long art exhibition in aims to raise funds for the flood and fire victims.
We sat, let me see, about a week ago that no, as an artist, because most people, we have politicians, they can speak, they have voice to speak, and we, through the artists, we have to come out with something with our mind, with our hand, with the brushes, so that people might see and then recognize.
This exhibition, the theme is Dark Wednesday, and the reason why we give it Dark Wednesday is that every Wednesday, things happen in this country. Like stadium disaster, it has happened on Wednesday, and we lost a lot of guys in the community. This thing to happen, this flood also happened the same Wednesday, and we lost a lot of properties. So we as an artist, we take it as a responsibility on us to educate the public about the careless acts, that caused this flood, and also to show some condolence, to those that we lost.
We were doing this because anytime it rains, some people take advantage of using the rain to dump refuse in the gutters. So our mural painting over here is really educating them not to do such thing, because it's not the best. Because if you dump your rubbish in the big gutter, it might flow by, it will go and affect someone.
Chop your own and clean mouth now.
I remember what happened on Wednesday, on the 3rd June. Yes.
And what can you tell me about the floods? What do you remember when you look at this?
I remember that they said a certain petrol Shelburne, and I can see that they have also do it here. That's why it makes wonderful.
The language of art does not make noise, but it goes down. It even gives you the clear picture. If even you haven't had the opportunity of seeing it on television or any other dailies, by seeing the artwork, it displays, shows you clearly the level of the disaster and also the fire in collaboration. That's both disaster, both the fire and the water disaster. It shows you clearly what has happened on that day. So it is very, very heart-touching, and it sends across a very big message. So we should come together to help the victims.
People who they slam head for ground. Them cigarettes still cause for town. Few people they smile, more they frown.
Black Rasta was also offended from his weak comment to Parliament and also to his apology.
Very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, well, very unfortunate utterances. I mean, I've hosted this program for only God knows how long. It's been a very positive show. It's a Pan-Africanist show. And we look at, you know, very positive things. If you check the interview, like he said, it was on something else. And then this one came in on the spur of the moment. So I would like to apologize, yes, for those unfortunate remarks which sometimes come, I mean, when you are on heat. It's a very important house. We all know the importance of being an MP. And then we respect the house. I mean, I've never made any remarks like this anywhere. And subsequent interviews that I've had, I've always told every radio station that, listen, this is a very important house. Whatever you might have heard is not it. It is A, B, C, D. It has nothing to do with Parliament, in order to let the Parliament, you know, see that, no, it wasn't intended. In fact, when the publication came out, hours after that, my attention was, I was made to see it. Then I said, wow, who said all this? And my boss said, it's attributed to you. I said, pull it down immediately. Hours after that. So in just about 15 minutes after I spoke, they pulled it down. 2 days later, I heard it in Parliament. That, you know, in fact, that is why we are here. So unreservedly, is an unfortunate remark. The advocacy is on the legalization of marijuana for economic and commercial and pharmacopoeia uses in the future, in the near future. As a Ghanaian, certainly I would like to see the economy balance. That is the passion. Nothing more than that. I didn't make those remarks to look down on Parliament or to look down on anybody. No, if you look at, if you listen to the tape again, you realize that I am not somebody who looks down on people who use marijuana. No, my intention was a passionate one, to have our economy balanced.
We also had an exclusive interview with a Telemo hitmaker, yes, Gas Miller. He talks about his album and what he has been up to.
Oya mukatala yo, afole botomo shitolo. Afashika eamu, afana chebo tomo andango. Oye muloma, ofujichi onegoma. Olemo bibigola.
27th of this month, just this Saturday, you are part of performers for the Pre-Republic Beach Rave. How does it feel to be part of this worthy cause?
I feel very blessed and very lucky to be part, because when God blesses you, you need to give back to the community. And if you followed me, you realize that I've done the letter to the government bit where I was advocating for the fishermen, for the government to give them awards. And after that, I'm doing the cleanup project coming this August, from August 15th to the 12th of September. So, I mean, I like to give back. I'm somebody who came from nothing, and by the grace of God, I have lots. So I always try to give back to the community, because I mean, they make me who I am. Without my fans, I'm nobody. So I'm trying to give back to the community. So anything that has got to do with us giving back, I think of myself as something that I have to do. I'm an advocate for how do you say, giving back to the community. So I want to continue doing that. So this project or this show is about giving back to the community. So Charlie, count me in. I'm 100% in and never going out.
So what should we expect on Saturday when we come to the Labadi Beach?
Expect electrifying performances. I mean, by the grace of God, I always kill it on stage. But I'm going to be launching my movement, you know, my clique. It's called Hook and Line Wuku. So watch out for my people. Charlie, we're coming in our numbers to show ourselves. So Charlie, all my fans who are die-hard fans, you need to join the Hook and Line Wuku. Together, we take Ghana by storm. Right.
So now, what's up with your project as well?
Yeah, my project is ongoing. We are lucky we are having a couple of companies coming on board. So far, I can just disclose that World Bank is on board. I mean, they've done their first donation to help us push our stuff. You know, I came from a place where you see people going to the beach to do their own thing, and it's cool. But I feel that we should change that to our children's children. We shouldn't let it be a day-to-day activity where people just go to the beach and dump rubbish and stuff there. So come August 15th, starting from August 15th, me together with the Fisherman Records team will go to the beach together with my celebrity friends like Igbe Edem, Ochame Kwame, Pope Skinny, Tiny, Jupiter, all of my celebrity friends, Raquel, EL, Easy, and everybody like will come to the beach to clean the beaches. And then in the evening we connect with a jam. And we'll do it for 5 communities. We do it for Gamashi, we do it for Osu, we do it for La, Nungwa, and Teshin. So I believe that so far the project is going on smoothly. And come this August, I'm urging everybody to come in their numbers to support us clean the beaches and let our beaches be as clean as the Miamis and the Hawaiis. When you travel out, those places are where all the rich people stay, but in our side of town, it's a different ball game altogether.
To some international entertainment news, Neyo. Remember Neyo? Said I'm so sick of love song. Yes, Neyo is set to perform at the MTV Africa Music Awards at South Africa in Durban. The star is excited. We are all excited about it.
Where you controlling the scene?
Grammy Award-winning R&B icon Neyo has been announced to perform at the MTV Africa Music Awards 2015. Performing songs from his 6th studio album, Non-Fiction, the songwriter expresses excitement about his first ever performance in Durban, South Africa. He says, and I quote, "I can't wait for you to see what I have in store, Durban. I hope you are ready because I am," he said. Since smashing onto the top spot of the Billboard Hot 200 charts back in 2006 with his sophomore single, So Sick, Neyo has spent the last 9 years churning out hit after hit, not only as a performer but a songwriter for his megastar peers, Beyonce, Rihanna, and the late Michael Jackson, to name a few. Multiple platinum singles, 4 hit albums, and 3 Grammy Awards later, the hitmaker is ready to share his latest work with the world. Talent and Events Viacom International Media Networks commented, "We are thrilled to have Neyo join us in Durban. He's an incredible artist who will elevate the mama to new heights," commented Alex Okosi, Senior Vice President and Managing Director, Viacom International Media Network Africa, says, "We are very excited to welcome Neyo to Mama 2015 for his first ever appearance in Durban." As a sensational live performer and truly accomplished R&B star, Neyo's all-round class act will greatly complement the African performance on the show. MTV Africa Music Awards KwaZulu-Natal 2015 will broadcast live across Africa on MTV Base. The show will also be transmitted worldwide on partner stations and content platforms including BT International from 18th July. This is where we draw the curtains for the weekend edition of Let's Talk Entertainment here on Joy News on Multi TV. My name is Becky. Until next weekend, stay safe.